Hello, family. How are you doing out there? This is Mr. Ezell with the Jackson Cultural Arts Center, but we're not in Jackson today. We're in Union Springs, Alabama. And I'm here working with an arts program here in the school system with the middle school and the elementary school. And how I got here? Well, you're going to find out now. There's a very special young lady that invited me to come here to this school, and you're going to get a chance to meet her. Her name is Miss LaDonna Rudolph, and you're getting ready to meet her now. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How you doing?
All right, good. Thank you.
we're going to
Yes. I know we're doing this COVID time, but we believe that we're pretty safe right now. Okay? So, LaDonna, would you tell my audience some things about you? How did you get here in Union Springs? And just give us a little update on who you are.
Like you said, I'm LaDonna Rudolph. I serve as the gifted coordinator and the special education coordinator here in the Bullitt County School District. Prior to coming to Bullitt County, I was with the State Department of Education.
Okay.
And in that capacity, I served as the homeless coordinator. So I had some interesting things from homelessness. And then I ended up here after the new superintendent, which is Dr. Blair, came on board. They were looking for someone to lead the special education department, which included the gifted.
Okay. So what I want to know is, how did this initiative begin right here in Union Springs?
When the pandemic hit, we realized that our gifted children were a group of children who would probably suffer the most because a lot of them were social, they needed to do hands-on things, they needed to get out into the community. And when the pandemic hit and we went to virtual learning, we needed to have something in place so we can continue their growth in their social and emotional learning. So, like always, I went searching for grants, and I found where the State Department of Education provided gifted funds for certain initiatives or certain programs. So I've always been a fan of the arts, and I knew Bullitt County's history when it came to the arts. We lacked in the band, we were lacking in theater, we were lacking in arts. So I thought this was a good way to bring some funds as well as some normalcy to students who needed that social and emotional learning. So we wrote the grant through the State Department of Education. We were awarded the grant, and once we got the grant, we began outsourcing and seeking some professional assistance so we can have an arts program. And so you came highly recommended through the State Department of Education. And so you, along with two other artists, were the ones we selected. And it's been a great relationship.
And it's been great. I'm telling you, it has been great here. I've been here since, October?
Yeah.
And it's probably been about 6 months or so. And the first month, couple of months, we went through, we took the Christmas break. And then we've had a few pandemic issues, where we lost the students maybe for a week or so. But really, it's just been really exciting and rewarding working with these students and being able to bring the gift that God has given us, to be able to share with these students. It's really been exciting. I hope that we're able to continue this type of a program in an area that is so needed. Another thing, this was like Black History time.
Right.
And so that became a part of our initial idea was about to address the pandemic and how it's affecting African Americans. But we have a community, as I found out once I got here, that we have a community of children that even maybe speak Spanish. Yeah, I was excited about that.
We have a very large Hispanic population.
Yes, I see. Yeah. So it eventually the pandemic affects all of us. All of us. It does, especially, minorities and African Americans. But because this culture here is so integrated, it's the working on the production, we were able to all identify with the problems, and the children have really seemed to have benefited. I'm just so thankful that you brought this program here. We really need it.
Yeah, we did, because one thing we do realize, especially in our area, that African American children can be gifted, well, any child can be gifted in more than just academics.
Yes.
And so when the pandemic hit, we had troubles trying to identify those kids because of the lost learning. So we were losing numbers.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I know kids can dance, kids can sing, kids can learn music, So let's see if we can try and identify kids through another avenue. And the arts, for us, the arts is always, something that we're gifted in.
Yes.
So that was, kind of what kind of motivated me to find ways to identify more students in the gifted area.
Well, it certainly saved me. I wasn't the brightest tool in school, but I tell you, when I found my place in the arts, it just opened up my personality. It helped me to want to aspire for greater things. It increased my self-esteem. And hopefully this is going to do the same thing for all of these students. They may be gifted, but they still have to face the world.
We had a parent forum, and from that forum, it was brought out that, the arts is one of those things that provide normalcy for a kid. They like to, articulate, they like to act, they like to do things, they like to dance. And so some parents say, well, why can't we do this for any child? Why does it have to be the gifted student? So hopefully, one thing about the arts, is always funding is an issue. So maybe, we can get some private donors, because I know there are places that benefit from private donorship, and they're able to continue programs. So hopefully, the mayor and their group or somebody.
You hear that out there? You hear that, Mr. Mayor?
Somebody, can fund, the programs, so we can continue to have some type of the arts here in this community.
Yes, I agree with you. And hopefully someone out there who has the funds to be able to fund this, because these are our children, and this is this community. And if you're interested in helping with the programs here, what would they have to do?
I would say first, of course, contact the gifted coordinator, which would be me.
Okay.
I'm on the website.
Give them your information.
Okay, I'm on the school district's website. It's LaDonna.Rudolph, RUDOLPH, BULLOCK, co at the end.org, and just say, hey, I like what you all are doing. Let me, talk with you more about it, and I'll tell you, the demographics and what's needed to, be in place. I know, we don't always have to do it every day, but sometimes once or twice during the week would be enough for our child.
That's right.
So.
Well, family out there, you got a chance to meet Ms. LaDonna Rudolph. And remember the things that we'll put up on the screen. If you want to help the program, help the children in this community, this is the person to contact. Okay, well, this has been a moment with Mr. E, telling our story. Peace.
Thank you.
Hello, family. This is Mr. E. If you would like to support the works of Mr. E or any of Ezell's productions, you may make your donations at Cash App. You will use $EKUFIE, EKUFIE, or you may make your payments through check or money order made out to Anthony Ezell or to Ezell's Productions, LLC. That address is P.O. Box 492, Jackson, Alabama, 36545. Or you may contact us at the phone number of 251-709-1123. Thank you.